Global affairs, strategy, technology, power.
Welcome friends. So today I've again come in this new video of Geopolitics Digest, in which I will talk about the Great American Revolution. Now see, this video will be divided into three parts. In the first part, I will talk of the revolution in America. Now, the Great Britain had spread its roots to various regions of the world. Now, you have heard about Christopher Columbus, who first came to America and saw the Red Indians, and he called that it was India. He was in search of India, but he went to America, and he thought that it was India, and therefore the native people, that's the Native Americans, also known as the Red Indians. Okay, so therefore during that time the British came. They set up colonies in this landmass of the USA. Now see, this is Alaska. It was later on bought by the US from the from the Russian Empire, much later its independence. Now let's focus on this part. Previously, this part comprised of 13 colonies. I'm doing a rough sketch to make you understand. 4, 8 colonies, 12 colonies are there. The 12, and let's split this part and make it 13 colonies. Now, these 13 colonies were of the British. Now, see, you may be seeing that the white Americans. Now, I want to make it clear that the American race that is white, you can see this white race. This Americans white race is of the British. You can say in other words that the Americans are the modified Britishers. Okay, because the actual Americans were dark skinned and they were present in and they're the Native Americans, also the tribal Americans, the Red Indians. Now, the white skinned Americans are not originally in natives of the American continent, so the American of US. Okay, now after setting up colonies, the British settlers got settled up, and they expanded the families among the colonies, and with due course of time, they became very well established with those areas, and they didn't need and they didn't want to move from America, because it was a land of resources. America is a land of resources. Remember that. Now, see, after getting ruled by the British for a long time, certain disagreements began to appear between the British Crown and the 13 American colonies. For example, the Americans raised a slogan: "No taxation without representative," because see, the Britishers used to buy tea from highly subsidized, or rather say cheap rates, from the Indian subcontinent, and they transferred it to Britain. They packed those tea, they processed and packed those tea leaves, and they sealed and packed them to US. And the British used to force them to buy those tea. Now, this was I am speaking of tea because later in the second part of the video, I'll talk of a incident that took place in Boston, which is in connection with the tea. Now, not just tea, everything the Americans were taxed at high rates. Now, the American businessmen started raising concerns, and they thought that we should not give any taxes to the British, because we did not have any representative of the British. The British, they raised the slogan that the people of the British race who were residing in the American subcontinent should have their representatives to represent them in the British Parliament, and no such representatives were present. Therefore, there is the slogan: "No taxation of the representative." Now, this tensions began to pile up, and it's took the form of a bomb which is going to explode. Now, which we will explore it in the second part of the video.